Hi, James.
Hi, Casper. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I enjoyed that first episode that I saw. That was really cool.
Oh, I'm so glad you got to see the first episode. It's been a lot of fun for me. I got to watch all 6 episodes, and I thought, oh my God, this is actually really good, which is nice. Nice to do something. You always intend for it to be that, but this actually is something that is really watchable and relatable with the characters, in my opinion.
And definitely. So the other thing I got to ask you about is the physicality. I mean, how much training did you have to do to get into this?
So I'm always trying to keep myself at some sort of level of training. So I'm always doing something. But we, for this, had a boot camp. So military boot camp to learn how to do all the maneuvers. And then we went to the firing range and actually shot real weapons. All the cast did. It was a lot of fun for them to actually get to experience some of their first times ever firing. Um, uh, I grew up with guns, so I was, but it was still fun for me to do. I love going out to shoot. If there's any excuse I could do, I'm like, okay. It was just, just a blast. And so much work. So we had the military guy, and we had a knife guy, our stunt coordinator. I mean, we had so many things that were all part of our boot camp. So we had an intense training, and we had worked out with this guy Eddie, who's one of our castmates, who just put us all through a workout too. So we do a workout, we do running and training and everything. And then we had a boot camp. We actually had the boot camp in the film too. So
Yeah, I saw some of that. That was interesting. You know, what was also interesting was the reason why you joined the Marines. It's almost kind of like what's going on today in society.
yeah, I think that Sean-Michael Argo really did a great job with creating that kind of world, and Raphael Jordan, who helped write the screenplay, but then also Sean Piccinino, my director. He really created the whole world. He went in and directed us in every single way. So it is amazing. You're born with life debt. You're handed your father's life debt. You're handed your great grandfather's and great great grandfather's life debt. So there's no way out, except for maybe if you join the Salvage Marines, you might be able to pay off the debt in a couple of years. Except for there's an 80% mortality rate, and then also those less 20%, then they're usually getting wounded, losing an arm or something like that, and they get a new arm, and now they're in more debt because they got to pay for that new arm. So it's, yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is so relatable. And this is so relatable. I got to do this just for me. But I think other people are going to be like, oh my God, yes. Anybody who has a kid, even if you have one kid, I got five. Debt is coming up.
Yes, you do know what's coming up. You got five kids. You know, I really enjoyed, and I don't want to give too much away, but the hologram, and I'm not going to say who it is, but it was
Oh, say
really
who it is. It's
interesting.
Armand Assante. It's
Armand
Armand
Assante,
Assante.
he just pops in there every now and then, and I'm like, wow, I just haven't seen him in a while. Did you actually get a chance to see him and meet him?
Oh yeah, he was on set. It was surreal. He's a friend of mine, so I actually knew him. I've worked with him several times and recommended him before, but also just hung out with him in general. Lovely man, and he was so dang good. He was so good, the character, because you just see him sometimes. He's just a hologram, and even people walk through him one time, but he's still talking. And he's just, it's not like your typical hologram. He's like, there's something really intense about him.
He scared me.
It was,
He scared me a little bit. Yeah.
it is scary. It's a scary, chancellor or whatever you have. It's good. It's a really good character. So I'm really impressed with him too. So and I gotta tell you, the other actors were all like, they didn't want to leave set because they were like, this is a master class. And I was like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. He's a master.
Hey, hopefully they don't limit it to a six-part series. We're going to be able to see this on Popcornflix. It's called Salvage Marines. Casper Van Dien, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend.
Yeah, and it's for free on Popcornflix. I don't know how they make their
Yes,
money.
they paid you though, didn't they?
They paid me before they got the show. Now they got the show and they're putting it out for free. So I don't know how they know what to do this, but I'm so happy because you might be born with debt in our life in the show, but you won't go in debt watching it because it's for
No.
free.
Yeah, it is for free. Thank you again for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thank you, thank you.